That's human nature, I think.
Yeah. I got it really bad, though.
Really?
Really bad. I used to be to the point where I'd walk around asking everybody, what you think about my match? What you think about my match? And that, the son of a bitch probably didn't watch my match. Oh, it was good.
Right.
And that was a little reassuring. Then when I found out, those guys were out the back smoking pot, getting drunk or whatever, they didn't give a shit about me, so why the fuck would they care,
Mm-hmm.
It's like
it's kind of a no-no in pro wrestling too.
Yeah, I got
like
out of that.
A young boy kind of thing to go ask somebody if your match is good.
So nowadays I just ask, if I ask what you think about a match, I ask the guy that, how did it feel, the guy in the ring, and I'll ask the referee, because they're the only ones that are actually seeing it,
Right.
And there's some, super fans there that have been there every show, and they'll come up and tell me what they exactly think, and they'll recall everything I did.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I learned, what was it, the Shawn Michaels book, you don't quit asking people because they didn't watch it, blah, blah, blah. Once again, I read books, so.
That's cool. It's better than making yourself on video games.
Yeah.
What kind of dorks?
Yeah.
A bunch of geeks.
So you stayed with Mossy Head. When did the BTY Colby Godwin thing come out? Because you were Bradley Taylor Young, which I guess was like a prep boy gimmick.
Yeah, exactly. What was funny about that was when I was leaving, I left LAW because this is a big fast forward because this is a bunch of dull shit that nobody's going to give a shit about, so we'll fast forward.
Cool.
Glad you asked that question.
Thank you.
So we did. I was in LAW. I told James I was going to think about coming back to this promotion. Anyhow, I do. Something happens. Oh, I do a cage match against Big Timer.
A cage match in LAW?
Yeah, LAW.
What kind of cage?
Huh?
Was it like a real cage?
Yeah, it was a regular cage,
oh, wow.
16 by 16. I don't remember how tall it was. Anyways, I took a pedigree spot, and it was legit because I tried to protect myself. And remember, Big Timer's a big guy, so he's throwing all the weight on me. I knocked myself out. That's 4 or 5 times. Anyways, and the fucked up part about that, and this really pisses me off, is the fact that when I'm there, I'm really fucking knocked out.
Right.
I've got a lump on the side of my fucking head about that big on the side of my head, and fans are filing out of the fucking place, and all the workers are like, I could hear them, they're like, oh, he's just working it.
Right.
He's a little bitch, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. And I was so pissed off because it's like, I do all this studying, I do everything else, and this is whenever I was actually getting better, before I met Team Hybrid, This is when I was actually getting better, and these fucks are just letting me, my neck could have been goddamn broken,
Sure. No, I understand.
So anyways, I'm all fucked up.
Was there anybody specifically who was saying these things or not?
I don't remember, man. I'm just
because here's your chance to really let him have it.
I get knocked out a lot.
A lot of the guys on the LAW roster were just like, oh, he's fucking. He's just doing that shit. I think Silverado is one of them. Which nobody knows about him.
Sure.
The guy's name is Silverado. He's named after a fucking truck.
2500 HD. But no, I just knocked the fuck out, and nobody gave a shit. They dragged me to the back, and they're like, all the guys are walking out. He's a fucking liar. He's a fucking liar, man. I'm like, nobody gives a shit about me. The guy that gave me the move, he's the only one sitting there checking on me.
Right, because you knew he'd sandbag.
Yeah, and Mark had given me ice for my head, and I couldn't drive home. Thank God I was carpooling.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, I sit at home for 3 weeks, and I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. Fuck that, man. You just let one bad thing ruin it for for yourself.
Yeah. And
that's whenever it was. I think it was on Yahoo or whatever. James had sent me an instant message. You want to come back, and I told him, I said, man, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can do it because everything I've done to you. He's like, look, I'll give you another chance. I believe in you. So I show up, didn't think I was big shit. I didn't work the show. I didn't bring my gear. I sat in the back and I sat at the monitor and I watched the show. It wasn't the same thing I saw before. It wasn't HPW. I was there for the first UPW show when he changed the name, then changed again to UHPW. So anyways, I watched that show and I was taken in.
What do you mean when you say it was a different show? Because he primarily did hardcore wrestling.
Yeah.
So what was different?
What was different was you got guys like Cameron Frost, Scotty Race, Billy Race, Chris Tye, and a lot of other guys, that are better now, like Bruce Marshall, Scarface, Terry Riker. There's just a lot of young talent, and that's what I wanted to be a part of. Part of a promotion where everybody gives a fuck,
Sure.
It's not just, oh, well, I'm just here to get my money and leave, Because that's not me. I mean, I'm here like the show I did today for Ultimate. I wanted to be an Ultimate, because that's me. I've been waiting and waiting, and it finally happened, I was just too afraid to send an email because I've said certain people, like Cyrus and everybody, said they wanted to see me in Ultimate.
Right.
But anyways, I go to the show, and I don't work it. I sit in the monitor, and I'm taken in by it. And then they give me this gimmick. They're like, okay, you're going to be Bradley Taylor Young, Mr. BTY, Mr. Better Than You. And I said, I like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that. But the funny thing about that was that's the same time Chavo Guerrero went to Kerwin White.
Ooh.
So,
but he's Mexican, so it's funnier.
Yeah, it is funnier.
That was a racial thing.
Yeah, that was a racial thing.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't think that.
No, but it was weird timing, you know.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
So I did that for a few months,
Uh-huh.
and my grandmother died, and I went to Idaho, and I took it real bad because
Sure.
I had to be there with my mom, and so
I understand.
I had, I missed a show. I didn't know show. I called him and said, "Dude, I can't make it. I'm going to a funeral."
Oh, yeah.
And that whole time I was in Idaho, man, Idaho's a boring fucking place. Man. Boring fucking
Potatoes.
place. Potatoes. I swear, there's four-wheelers, more rednecks in Idaho than there is in Alabama and Florida and anywhere else. So I'm sitting there and like wrestling comes on, and I'm just like I'm sitting there trying to watch, trying to get into it, and then I brought one of my Ring of Honor DVDs with me. I put it in, and I watched it, and I watched technical wrestling, and I remembered why I like doing what I do so much, why I love what I do.
Uh-huh.
And I come back, and I told James, I said, I don't want to be Bradley Taylor Young anymore. I want to be me. Because I can't be a gimmick that I know I'm not. I'm not rich.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who is? And I don't want to sit there.
There's a lot of rich people in independent wrestling.
Yeah.
Where you're rich, book me.
Right.
Bingo.
I need that money.
Right.
No, but I was just like, I don't want to be something that I'm not.
And
No,
did you kind of want to use your real last name, kind of as a
I want to
tribute
use
your
my whole
grandmother?
name because I know who I am. You know, I know I'm funny. I know I've got charisma and everything else. And when I'm Bradley Taylor Young, I'm just telling people I got more money than you, blah blah blah. And when I pull up in a fucking Prism, how much better than you than I really am? You know? Well, there goes Bradley Taylor Young. He's probably just working as
He's right.
that fucking Prism.
I just like the word prison.
That's pretty good.
So not only did I change my name that day, I don't remember what the fuck I was from, but whatever, where I was working, where I was from, I don't remember. And a lot of things changed that night, and they said, one of the biggest things that, like when a guy comes out, when they say the city, sometimes it's a city that you just know that, like Cameron Frost, Seattle, Washington, I don't know, there's a bunch of guys.
Waterbury, Connecticut, Justin Cruz.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, just when it's different. I mean, who the fuck's from Cincinnati, No, who the fuck is from Cincinnati?
Venus Flytrap?
What is the Miz? No, the Miz is from Cleveland.
Oh, is he?
I guess.
Oh.
That's what they say. Anyhow, where I got my city was I started wrestling in shorts, basketball shorts, because I was going back to where I was originally from, and I had a pair of Cincinnati shorts, and I was like, why not?
Right on.
Yeah.
'Cause I quit using 9 Inch Nails' music, and I just totally changed myself. And that's the night that I finally got to wrestle Cameron Frost. And he sent me a message a week before saying, I'm excited to work you. And I'm like, really?
That's cool.
I haven't really been working anybody that great,
Right.
And when we had that match, it was that's whenever it just kind of just sunk in. This is where I want to be. I want to do this. I want to wrestle guys like Frost, Ty, Cyrus. So a lot of good talent, great talent for this area. I mean, obviously because I believe this area. A lot of people have told me, and I believe it's shits and drizzles. Nobody gives a shit about the Gulf Coast. I do. I give a shit about a lot of the workers, but nobody gives a shit about us.
Right.
We get overlooked by a lot of people. So
You're absolutely right.
I mean, I got a lot of views on that. So
was that UHPW where you first worked, Frost?
Yeah, first time I ever worked for us, and trust me, I was looking for that for 3 years.
How many matches with him would you say that you have had to today?
I don't even know, man. We've had
a lot. Yeah.
Got to the point where you don't even think about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, you guys always bring it. It's always at least 4-star.
Me and Kyle always put over that match you guys had opening that show for me in Dirty South.
Oh yeah, and that was just a taste of what.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good stuff.
That ring was really fucking hard. That ring was so goddamn hard.
Like cement.
That's why it lasted from okay, go out there and do 15 to the point where it's like, Bobby, I'm only gonna do 7 for all. 7. Please bleep that out. I don't know if he's cool with that. So I'm like, let's please do 7.